let's talk about this. The Blue Ridge Overland Gear Bum Bag is the best sling bag, fanny pack, belt bag on the market today, and I'm gonna go over a couple of reasons why. But before that, let's show you what's in my pockets. I've been carrying this a lot lately. This is the South of Civil Handler. And right now I have it with my Olight i3T EOS, my bolt action pen from Honey Badger Arsenal, and my Ferrum Forge Crux. And then outside of that, I do carry a slip joint knife. This is by Concept Knives, and this is their Bevy. Really nice 154 cm blade, green micarta handles, and it's a really clean blade. I've been getting into traditionals and I like this knife a lot. It has a very soft sort of half stop where it kind of floats around a little bit, but then comes to a nice hard close. If you want to see a video on this, let me know. That's all I have in my pockets other than my phone. But let's get into the bag. The Bum Bag by Blue Ridge Overland Gear is the best sling bag by far. I've gone through so many over the last year, Tom Talk, Alpaca, different pouches, and this is my favorite way to carry gear, period. The Tom Talk sling bag, the one that I had, I don't remember which one it was. I felt like it was just a little too long. Covered about most of the width of my chest, and honestly the organization wasn't that great for what I used it for. I pretty much just used it as a place to hold my EDC organizer, my pouch, and figured that wasn't the most practical way to carry gear. And so I resorted to pretty much just putting my pouch in my pocket. Again, wasn't the best way to carry gear, but figured it was better than nothing, and went through that for months and months and months of, dang, this is not convenient, but what else do I have? Then I came across this. I don't know why it took so long for this to come onto my radar. It flew by like it never happened, but I love this thing. And so let's get into some of the outer specs, and then we'll jump inside and see what's inside. So on the surface, you have a 1000D Cordura body with some nice laser cut moly paneling and a very nice leather branding tag. And then a very generous amount of hook and loop panel for some of your favorite patches. I have just 2 random patches. That's all I had, so that's what's on there until I get some more. If you have any patch recommendations, let me know down in the comments. But you have a 1-inch mil-spec nylon strap, a very nicely crafted, I don't even know if crafted is the right word. It's a nice buckle. It's heavy duty. It feels like it could take a beating, and it probably could. We'll see. And then you have 2 YKK zippers that are probably my favorite part about the outside of the bag. The reason being is they're easy to use. And for me, a sling bag is only as good as the zippers on it, because if it's hard to get into, you're probably not going to want to carry it or use it, because who wants to carry something that's tough to get into? So these very smooth YKK zippers with probably my favorite zipper pulls I've ever seen. They're very nice, generously large pulls. Really easy to use, and especially if you have gloves on, piece of cake. But let's get inside of this thing. So bare bones, it is literally just a dump pouch. But Blue Ridge Overland Gear does sell elastic loop panels that stick to the inside thanks to 2 strips of hook and loop paneling like you see on the front. So you have one on the front, one on the inside part here, and one on the inside part on the back. So I have it fitted out with a bunch of stuff, and let's give you a little peek. So right here, let's get into the things I have loose floating in here. So I have my wallet. Let's not show you my bank information, but I have my wallet. This is the Nalu Leather Co. Tamarack wallet. Been loving this thing lately, and it's probably one of my favorite EDC wallets. I'll leave everything mentioned in this video linked in the description below. Next up, since I do carry a pen, I also have a notepad. It's upside down. This is the field notes that I've been carrying for a long time. It's taken me a little bit longer to fill up this one than I thought, but it is what it is. And then I do have a Hank. This is by Lone Star Hanks in a gray topo pattern. Absolutely love this thing. I bounce back and forth between Hanks, but between this one and my Overlook Hank by Mad Pal Clockworks, those are my two mainstay Hanks in my entire carry. And then I'll explain a little bit further on this, but I do have spare bits. You'll understand why right now. And so you see on the inside there is one loop panel here and another panel up there with elastic loops. And on the back end, so on the side that contacts with my body, I have another pen. This is the Zirconium Cam pen by Billet Spin. Yes, I have two pens. I test and carry a lot of gear, so I float back and forth, but that is my bag pen. I have my pry bar, my Lince Northwest open door policy. And then I have my Olight Baton 3 Pro in the limited edition Topo version. I love this light. I love the Baton 3 Pro in general, but that one, chef's kiss. I love that light. And then lastly here, to explain the spare bits, I do carry a bit driver. And this one is the Good Screw bit driver. Absolutely killer design on that. And this one is a copper Damascus. I think they call it Mithra or something like that. So copper Damascus body and then a Timascus head. So this thing has some weight to it, but with a bit driver, I appreciate a little bit of weight. And so I do carry a bit driver plus spare bits. I'm always needing some sort of screwdriver, micro bit driver, like a little eyeglass screwdriver. It just always comes in handy. So I do carry that. And then on the front end here, so inside this front pocket, I have my utility blade for when I don't want to ruin the edges on my knife. I do have this Mag Slide utility knife from Stinger Tools. Really cool. I have my multi-tool, which is the SOG Power Access. Now I don't have a general use for a multi-tool all that often, which is why it sits in a bag and not in my pockets or anything like that, but it is accessible if I need it. There are some rare cases I use a multi-tool at home. Most of it's at work, but I do have some cases at home that I use a multi-tool. And then the last thing in this entire pouch, that is my favorite knife of all time as of right now, the Wee Hyphen. I love this thing. 20 CV blade, titanium handle scales. But yeah, that is everything that I carry inside of the bum bag. And so, like I said, this is my favorite way to carry gear that I've ever tried. Check their website. I'll leave a link down in the description below. There are two colors that I know that are out of stock. This one and then the black all exterior with the orange interior. I know that those two are out of stock. They should have at least a couple of extras in there with the other color. So with all those things out of the way, let me know what your guys' thoughts are down in the comments, and let me know if you carry a bum bag or if it's not a bum bag, what your EDC sling bag looks like. So I guess with all that said, until next time, peace.